Okay, all right. So from the video of your serve that we did, well done, Abigail, for not laughing. So from the video that we did, the two things, or there's a few things I noticed, but the two that I want to work on are both racket skill related. Okay, in that how well we took that racket in, yeah. So where we took it to initially, and then also how well we were able to pronate as we came through. There was a few other things in terms of body work and footwork, but they were minor in comparison to the thing that I really want to focus on, which is tucking that racket in and then an ability to open it out as well as we go through. So super easy to start with, in that we're just going to come up into the line into us in a second. We're going to start in a preparation of starting pointing at the target, and I want you to really feel that lag of that racket dropping in, because on the video there's a lot facing up to there. So we're going to go from here to there, feel it there for a second, and then you're going to, well, perhaps not explode, but jump out and then finish to there. Do one more. So you're going to point, you're going to feel that bit, open your body and flow through to there. Give it a go. Yep. So point, feel the lag of that drop. Yeah, good. And then follow it through. I like it. And again. Good. Leave your left arm straight to really exaggerate that trophy position. Yep. Want to see a really crisp tick as you get to that position. And again, two more. Yep. One more. Try and let it flow all the same speed all the way through. Just as we warm it up. Good. So some of the people I'll teach, I'll say that they should be able to almost scratch the back of their head as they get to that tick, that racket should be facing that way. And that left hand is up and the right shoulder is lower. So if you want to copy me, you've got a nice view of me there. So we're here, we're going to go there. So there's a real, very clear established tick. My body's sideways on, so I could even uncoil, or I will uncoil towards that ball. Yeah, happy with that. My left hand's going to stay there for a while. Right shoulder's lower, and then I'm going to uncoil and go through. Happy with that? So step one was to really tuck that racket in more, and where it's facing, it being tucked into here rather than facing up to the sky. So that difference between here and here. I know we've spoken about it before, and I know you find it hard to tuck it in. That's step one. Happy with that? Yeah. Step two is going to be that ability with a racket that's properly tucked in with the correct chopper grip. Yeah. How well we're then able to open. Oh, sorry, you're on the wrong side. How well you're able from here as you come through to open those strings. Because if you don't do anything, it's very much on its side. Yeah? So I've got to here, opening my body, and it's opening or pronating that wrist and getting it to here. To make it a bit easier to begin with, we're going to choke up your racket. Yeah, so go to here. We're going to face down the court. We're not going to care where the ball goes because I've made it difficult for you. You're not going to have the natural power you would with the full extension of the racket. But you're going to see if you can go from here with elbow and butt cap down the court, and you're going to pop it into that hitting zone and just see if you can get used to opening those strings. Happy? So if we grab a ball or two each. Yeah, so you want to grab two? In fact, you know what? Just to make it a bit easy, sorry Evie, you'll have to come with us. Just come to the side. Yeah, we're just going to do it in a place where we're not too worried about the service box anymore. We're only interested in constraining that motion and that action. I'm going from here to opening it up. So if I go from here into the hitting zone, and you can even stop on that hitting zone. Yeah, so here, just give it a few goes. Not easy. We don't really care where it goes. We're interested in the ability to open your hand. Love it. Again. Yeah, good. Really force that elbow and butt cap there, and everything's facing forwards. Can you open those strings? Just a few more. It's the pronating of your hand, almost like you're giving someone a high five. That was great. Really good. And again. Yeah. Maybe just go through that contact a tiny bit, so it doesn't need to follow through all the way to there, but just go into with a bit more belief. Yeah. And I want to see a real exaggeration this time, and make it harder again, I'm sorry. But from here, Yeah, real exaggeration of that's where it's facing, strings going through the side of my head to opening out. Yeah, one more. Oh, sorry. Yeah, go on. Love that. Does it feel weird? Yeah, a little bit weird, a little bit hard to do, but you're beginning to feel that. Yeah. If you just, can I have your racket for a second? If you imagine your hand like that, this is your racket. So as you come towards me, I want you to reach up and then open your hand, give me a high five. That feeling of opening at the same time. Okay. Yeah, and if we're trying to find a bit more power on our serve, we've spoken about your legs, we've spoken about a contact that feels like we're going to drive towards it. We've started sideways on, so we're going to have to rotate, so that's going to give us some power. But that pronation is going to add an extra 10% onto our power as well. Yeah? And with that grip, we can slice it and brush it and all kinds of things. Okay, one more drill I've got for you to work on this pronation. We'll head to the fence. So Evie, if you want to step that way, I like it. And this will combine both the things we've spoken about. Perfect, Abigail, well done. In that we're going to have that racket tucked in where we'd like it to be. We're going to open and we're going to see if we can trap that ball on the fence. It's not that easy because getting the throw close to the fence is half of it. But we're going to go here and you're going to reach up and you're going to see if you can trap it. And that's going to open your body. It's going to ask you to reach up. It's going to make you aware of your contact and it's going to make you pronate as well. Give it a go. Not easy. Get quite close to the fence. Yeah, and I want that racket tucked in before you do it. Yeah, so we're not going to be coming from here anymore. This is too easy. We're now going to get to there before we then do it the right way if you can. So yeah, tuck it in. Scratch your head if you'd like. Yeah. Nice. Well done. And again, as in the perfect drill. Yep. Yeah. Give it again. Love that. Good. Again, and really force yourself. Don't think, oh yeah, okay, I've got it. Yeah, because we've stopped going from here. Yeah, again, look at the shoulders. Yeah, look at the racket and which way the strings are facing. Happy with that? Yeah, we're going to open and trap it. A few more. Less talking from me and a few more from you. Yeah, brilliant. Love that. Can you do it in one motion? So it's coming from here. Yep, that was good. Yep, start. Yep, good. Good, well done. Good. I'm going to have a go as well. I feel like it's perfect, but you're perhaps more interested in achieving the outcome. And what I want you to be able to do is get that feeling of, okay, it's from here, and one motion if you can. So I'll forget the outcome. Oh, not easy. One more time. So here. So it feels like it's one motion, even if it doesn't quite work for us. And then we'll hit some serves. Good. And again, got one if you want. Yeah. Good. I want to feel like that racket's come from here to the contact in one speed. At no point has it stopped and changed and then there. I want to feel like it's okay. Yeah, one motion if you can. You're doing it really well. I just think it's such a healthy drill that it's worth spending a bit of time on. Yeah. So tick. Better. Yeah, good. Again. Good. Okay, and I'll say this one last time because I know I'm repeating myself, but it's the notion of that there's uncoiling as well. So not only do we feel like we're driving up and at that ball that's up there, yeah, so we're going up and at it. Yeah, Andy Murray says that he feels like he's trying to almost jump into the tennis ball. Yeah, so not only are we going to get that ball, but we're then having to open, get some power from there. We're then doing the bit that you're really good at, which is throwing through the ball, and we're adding in that as well. So we've got all those different ranges of motion to put into the tennis ball. Happy? Okay, all right, let's head to the baseline. Okay. And I tell you what, if you'd like to hit 2 from the right, 2 from the left, just as warm-up serves, and we'll go from there. So have you got 2? No, you got 1? Okay. Yep. Well done. Yep. Brilliant. Well done. I know you're fighting so hard to do it with the correct grip and open your hand. I know you find it difficult. Brilliant. From the left. just think that 1 o'clock channel, rather than throwing it straight in front, if you pop it slightly more to the side, that's where that racket's going to open out to. Okay, give it a go. Well done, good. Love that. Yeah, really good. I know you find it tough, that's great. Well done. So if we go back to the right hand side, am I allowed to make it harder again? Yeah, okay. If we make it harder, then we can forget about the outcome and just think, right, this is really tough, but I'm going to try it with a view to getting good at the skill within the whole motion. Okay, so for the next ones, I want you to actually start with that racket there. So you're going to point, cut, or get to here, or however you'd like to. But I want that racket there before you then tick and hit through that contact. Yeah? So you're going to start racket tucked in. Okay? So just hit a few there. So we're absolutely forcing that racket to come from a place that you find a bit tough. Yeah? And again, that's okay. Remember what we said about the outcome. Outcome doesn't matter. Can you do the skill? Yeah. And again, that's good. Throw is absolutely crucial. Think to yourself where you want that ball to be. Perhaps even look at where that ball's going to be and put it there. Then swing that racket through, coming from the right angle or facing the right way, tucked in. Give it a go. Pretty good. Clean contact, which is great because we've got a bit of a stinky grip or the proper grip, but it's not easy. So the contact was good. I think if we can then go through in one motion, as in uncoil and unfold or pronate that hand, at the moment it's like, yeah, okay, you've made it as hard as you possibly could. Yeah. And it's a case of, yeah, I can do this. I think if you can put it in the right place and commit to going all the way through the whole thing, I think we're up and running. Good. Hard luck. I thought that throw was good. Hard luck. And again. Yep. Sorry, just one. Good. Yeah. If you can, I don't know, where do you feel it comes from in terms of what might be missing? Where do you want the muscles to come from to be able to put a ball in the right place and for you to do the motion I'm talking about? Does it feel all shoulder, all arm, core? What's going to help you to think, right, okay, I'm going to go through that tennis ball?
Maybe putting the shoulder further back a bit.
Tucking that racket in more?
Yeah.
Think it comes from the shoulder? Yeah, it's a feeling for you. There isn't a right answer that I'm searching for. It's like when you get to there, because we've now committed to tucking to here, where do you feel is what muscles are working to then go into that tennis ball that's in the right place?
Bit to drive.
Yeah, it's a drive into that ball. Might it be, and I'm almost saying my own answer, might it be a degree of everything, that if the ball's in the right place, as in it's in front and in that 1 o'clock channel, then your legs are going to get involved. If you've got the correct grip and you've started sideways, then you're going to uncoil into that ball. Yeah. And then you're going to open and then do that as well. And if you get all four lined up, then I think the outcome will be awesome. Okay, no pressure. Okay, give it a go from the right. Last few. Love that. Yeah, great. Fantastic. That was really good. Forget cameras, that was great. Yeah, really good. Like it. So we've got the whole motion going on now. Yeah, just a few more. Yeah. Okay. Just neaten things up around the outside in that people might start to notice if that foot starts over the line. So really take your time to put weight on your front foot, foot definitely behind the line, and then go from there. Yeah, let a routine unfold. So weight's on your front foot, goes back, and it goes back and into that ball. Yeah. Happy with that? I am.
Okay.
Brilliant. Well done. Fantastic. There's still, and we're not going to change it. Luckily, your 15 minutes is nearly up, but there's still a tiny, tiny bit of a forehandy grip, but it's not It's not this. It's not the old one where it was super forehandy, super head on, super this. We've now got all kinds of things unfolding and heading into that tennis ball. Go on then, one more. Last one. Fantastic. And I think we'll probably cut it here, but just have one more with a view to being very conscious of where that racket goes to. Yeah, so no cheating, no sneaking into this sort of territory. Feel it, get tucked in.
Okay.
Last one. Pretty good. It will all boil down to how, I said not all, but all these lovely things we're talking about that give you the extra percentages, how well you throw that racket through that contact and how sweet that contact is going to be a big part of it. So we might have got all the other things, we're well over now, so this is going to all get cut off. But all these little bits of putting bits in, they might all be true. If you then don't get the perfect contact, it kind of, you think, well, it was as good as the other one, but you had all these other things beginning to grow. Yeah, okay, perfect.